Ever since his introduction in Dragon Ball Z, the Saiyan Prince Vegeta has served as a rival for Goku. Despite his superior lineage and being born at a higher level, Vegeta has often been presented as Goku's second. However, at various points throughout the franchise, Toriyama has subverted this expectation, as Vegeta not only caught up to Goku, but also surpassed him. But when exactly did Vegeta surpass Goku, and when could he have defeated him? Well, in this video, I'm going to discuss that. Make sure to subscribe to this channel and enable notifications so you can see all of my content right away when it comes out. Hey guys, it's Mike here, and before the video begins, I want to give a shout out to LovelyKotori for this awesome thumbnail of Vegeta surpassing Goku. You can find the links to her Patreon and other social media down below in the description. Now let's get back to the video. So the first point that I'm going to be discussing in this video is Vegeta's birth.
That name sounds like royalty. Are you royalty?
As it was explained in Dragon Ball Z, Vegeta was born as an elite Saiyan, being the son of King Vegeta, who was the most powerful Saiyan on planet Vegeta. But Vegeta's potential was even greater than his father's, to such a degree that he had already surpassed his father as a child. And really, if we compare the different timelines of Goku and Vegeta's story up until the point where they meet, Vegeta maintains a strong power lead over Goku the entire time. And even when Goku returns from the dead and from his training on King Kai's planet, he's still only about half as strong as Vegeta, and can only match him and overpower him using the Kaioken. But if we take away that technique, and we also factor in that Vegeta still had his Ozaru form, then he still far outclasses Goku at this point. And this dominance also continues into the next arc, in which Vegeta was trying to attain the Dragon Balls from the Namekians and Frieza on Namek, so that he could wish for immortality. When he arrived, he already had a power level over 20,000, having received a Zenkai from his fight against Goku, and his power only continued to increase, as he was beaten to the brink of near death by Zarbon, and then received another Zenkai after he was healed in the healing chamber, and was strong enough to defeat Zarbon even in his second form. Now, meanwhile on Earth, Goku was recovering and eventually was able to heal after all of his injuries that he sustained from Vegeta. And while it's likely that he got a Zenkai here, it's difficult to tell exactly to what degree. However, shortly after this, Goku began his journey to Namek on his own, and through this training, Goku was able to power up to the point to where he could withstand 100 times Earth's gravity, and increased his power roughly 10 times. However, when it appeared that Recoome and the Ginyu Force were getting ready to kill Vegeta and Goku's friends, interestingly, it was Vegeta's fight against Recoome that would allow him to surpass Goku yet again, as when Goku gave Vegeta a Senzu Bean, Vegeta's power level skyrocketed to being nearly on par with Frieza in his most constrained form. Now, many people have wondered as to why this is, some people saying that maybe it's because Vegeta was exhausted at the time, and due to the nap that he had when Goku was recovering, his Zenkai basically continued until he was well rested. However, I also constructed my own theory over in my video, What If Dende Healed Goku on Namek?, where I discussed my active threat Zenkai theory. It's worth checking out. However, Goku also trained to use higher degrees of the Kaioken on his way to Namek, and could have theoretically used a Kaioken times 10. But even if we did, Vegeta once again becomes even more powerful. Because while Goku was taken out of commission, ironically by Vegeta in this case, Vegeta, Gohan, and Krillin fight against Frieza. And it becomes quickly apparent that Frieza is way more powerful than any of them bargained for. Even to the point where Piccolo, who had trained under King Kai for about 6 days, and then fused with Nail, was still no match for him in his third and final form. However, Vegeta once again exploited those Zenkais to get an even bigger boost, as Krillin, of all people, blasted a massive hole through his chest, which was then healed by Dende, pushing Vegeta to the point to where he thought he would become a Super Saiyan. But unfortunately, because Goku was the main character and it was time for his plot power to kick in, he once again made the little Saiyan Prince get to the back of the line, where he unfortunately died. At least Goku dug a nice hole for him. However, Goku once again increased the distance between the two Saiyans, as during his fight against Frieza, not only did he exploit his Kaioken times 20, but he also achieved the legendary Saiyan transformation of Super Saiyan, giving him a 50 times boost onto his base form, something that we definitely can include on here. It wouldn't be years until Vegeta was once again in contention with Goku, as during the period of time when Goku was on Yardrat, and then the 3 years of training leading up to the coming of the androids, Goku had a significant advantage over Vegeta and the other characters. However, at some point during that 3-year gap, Vegeta was able to achieve his Super Saiyan form. And at this point, it was explicitly stated by Vegeta and other characters that Vegeta had in fact surpassed Goku, which could very well come down to the fact that Goku was training with Piccolo and Gohan, who were at a significant disadvantage in terms of power, and probably couldn't really go all out with them, at least until probably right around when the androids came. And then Vegeta increased his power advantage over Goku by going into the hyperbolic time chamber with his son Trunks for a year, and achieved the Grade 2 of Super Saiyan, which increased the multiplier from his base form. It was only until Goku went into the time chamber with Gohan that he was able to once again surpass Vegeta, by drastically increasing his base power and achieving the full-powered Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan Grade 4, which lowered stamina drain to the minimum. Vegeta would go into the time chamber once again, this time on his own, but even then he still wasn't able to overcome Goku or Gohan's power. And for the rest of Dragon Ball Z, Goku maintained a significant leap over Vegeta, as while their base forms and their Super Saiyan forms up until Super Saiyan 2 were pretty much equal, Goku still had the form of Super Saiyan 3, which made him 4 times stronger than Super Saiyan 2, and 4 times stronger than Vegeta. So this was over a decade, going into Battle of Gods, that Goku was superior in power to Vegeta. It was only once Vegeta came face to face with Beerus, the character who had easily defeated Goku even as a Super Saiyan 3, that Vegeta was able to reach deep down within himself and surpass Goku again, as Beerus did something terrible by slapping Bulma right in front of Vegeta. And in that moment of intense anger, Vegeta achieved a power that was even greater than Goku's, catching Beerus off guard and dealing some minor damage to him. Although again, Goku would leap ahead significantly by achieving the Super Saiyan God form, which made him even more powerful than the fusion of Goku and Vegeta. However, in Resurrection F, and specifically in the Dragon Ball Super version, Vegeta would once again find a way to make significant leaps of his own, by training with Beerus' teacher, Whis, an angel who was able to teach Vegeta about heat control. And after 6 months of training with Whis, when Goku finally arrived to join Vegeta, he said that he could barely even recognize Vegeta's power, and that Vegeta might even be more powerful than him. However, after this point, it does seem like maybe Vegeta once again slipped behind Goku during the training, as there is the line in Resurrection F that Whis says to Vegeta why he's always lagging behind Goku. So I think it's possible that Goku might have once again slightly surpassed Vegeta, and oftentimes it appears that they're essentially equal in their Super Saiyan Blue forms, such as during the tournament against Universe 6, and Goku once again increased the distance between he and Vegeta by figuring out how to use Kaioken on top of his Super Saiyan Blue, and Vegeta even remarks about how Goku surpassed him again. And then we get into the future Trunks arc, where it seems like Vegeta probably surpasses Goku again, at least at one point. As we see, after Vegeta learns about Goku Black and what happened to Bulma in Trunks' future, he goes into the hyperbolic time chamber to train even harder, and at one point it seems rather unquestionable that he's above Goku, specifically when he goes to the future again with Goku, and is dominating Goku Black, where we even get that awesome scene where he smashes him into the ground, holds him up by his head, and tells him Vegeta will always be superior because he's the Saiyan Prince. And then going into the Tournament of Power, Goku is once again presented as the most powerful. And during the tournament itself, Goku's power increases and accesses Ultra Instinct. However, speaking of Vegeta, his power is also increasing during the tournament, such as when he's charging up his final flash against Jiren, and Belmod is saying, how did he increase his power so much? And he actually knocks Jiren over with his attack, which is something that even Ultra Instinct Omen Goku couldn't do in their first fight. But then Vegeta takes this even further, as he unlocks a new form that takes him even beyond the Super Saiyan Blue form, which is called Super Saiyan Blue Evolution, something that actually puts him on par with Goku's Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 20. And again, if you don't like to include the Kaioken in that factor, Vegeta is significantly more powerful than regular Super Saiyan Blue now. However, during the tournament itself, Goku does once again tap into Ultra Instinct and takes it to its completed mastered level, which allows him to dominate Jiren at his 100%. But after the tournament comes to a conclusion and Goku and Vegeta are sparring, Goku confirms to Vegeta and the audience that he can't just use Ultra Instinct whenever he wants to. It's something that he only accidentally achieved when he was pushed to the brink by Jiren and Kefla. So will Vegeta ever achieve something similar to Ultra Instinct? For all we know, they're going to achieve something that's even higher than Ultra Instinct in the future, and make everything that we've seen in the Tournament of Power in the Broly movie look like early Dragon Ball Z by comparison. Now, due to the power scaling throughout Dragon Ball GT, Goku is usually presented as being far above the others in terms of power. Through his training with Oob, Goku's power in his base form became stronger than he was as a Super Saiyan 3 in the Buu Saga, and this gap between them only increased with the introduction of Super Saiyan 4. However, there are 2 points in the series where Vegeta was in contention with Goku. The first point was when he was taken over by Baby. Baby then received multiple additional boosts by absorbing the power of the Tuffles and then transforming into his Golden Ozaru form. However, Goku once again surpassed and defeated him after unlocking Super Saiyan 4. But I can understand why some people wouldn't want to count this, because Vegeta was being controlled and amped by Baby at the time. The other point would be at the end of the Shadow Dragon saga. I always considered him and Goku relatively on the same level of power as Super Saiyan 4s, which is supported by the two of them doing the fusion dance, which requires equalizing your power. As for the 100-year time skip before the end of Dragon Ball GT, who knows exactly what Vegeta was involved in during that time. However, considering that Vegeta is dead at the end of the series, I think it's safe to say that Goku was still the strongest come the end. And another question that many Vegeta fans certainly want to know the answer to is, will the two of them have a straight up fight where both of them go to their absolute maximums, and then Vegeta actually overcomes and defeats Goku? While I do think it would have been something cool to see in the franchise, as long as Goku remains the main character, and written and booked the way he is, to use wrestling terminology, I'm not too sure that'll ever happen. But I'm sure Vegeta fans can dream. Okay guys, so these have been the times that Vegeta surpassed and could have defeated Goku. Let me know your own thoughts down below in the comments. Like this video if you like it, and if you're new to this channel, then don't forget to subscribe and enable notifications so that you can see all of my videos right away when they come out. And make sure to stick around, because there's a lot more to come in the future.
Yeah, and you better subscribe.